This is the Thayer Podcast for Thursday, January 11th, 2024. I was having a hard time thinking of something cool to write about this time around, maybe because today is my 83rd birthday. I got it, and it rates a rant. The YouTube caption read, "Harvard's first black president was squeezed out of power by a targeted attack on her character and qualifications." MSNBC's Simone Sanders Townsend posed the question, if America's most prestigious university will cave to a bad faith right-wing mob, is there anybody left who will stand up to one? For me, MSNBC is just the absolute worst of the mainstream media, the lowest of the low. How low, you ask? The October 16th headline reads, "Two sources have confirmed that Mehdi Hassan, Ayman Mohyeddin, and Ali Velshi were quietly taken out of the anchor's chair since Hamas' attack on Israel." The show's cancellation was announced at a time when Hassan was criticizing Israel for killing civilians while fighting Hamas in Gaza. Earlier this week, Hassan finally called it quits and resigned. Fact is that he and the others were ultra-left-wing zealots masquerading as TV journalists on the most liberal network on the air today. But we were talking about the 54-year-old now former Harvard president, Claudine Gay, who, according to Wikipedia, is an American political scientist and academic administrator, the 30th president of Harvard University, and the Wilbur A. Cowett Professor of Government and of African and African American Studies. She attended Stanford and Princeton before becoming a Harvard grad in 1998. That's cool enough until you understand that she was not fired from her prestigious position. Instead, she was hounded to resign by those cowardly, low-life thrill seekers of the American mainstream media, the slime that gets its thrills out of directing how many truth seekers in our country perceive what they are fed as news. In the beginning, she was accused of being less than truthful before a congressional commission. And then came louder and louder accusations of plagiarism, God forbid. Her career-ending crime was writing papers containing quotations without crediting those sources. Not criminal conduct, mind you, but just barely creating the possibility of civil liability against her, not the university, and certainly not the Harvard student body. It ended when she threw in the towel because of the pressure brought to bear by the media. There were two quotes under the MSNBC YouTube clip. One was from a person calling himself the Nuclear Geek, who wrote, in part, "Gay has harmed every person of color working hard to do things the right way. Her hiring has now made it just that much harder for any other person of color, and particularly woman of color, to be awarded the position, when what we should want is a colorblind society when it comes to employment, at the very least." The other comment was from Swimming in Thoughts. "As a Democrat, I like MSNBC because when I know something is wrong, like plagiarism, MSNBC will tell me how it's okay if the person is black and how anyone that questions it is a racist." Improvise, adapt, overcome. Simplify.